Hey guys! So, as I promised, today I want to talk a little bit about the current state of Battlefield 5. And I have to admit, creating these type of videos is always hard, not because of the production part or the stuff that you have to edit into the video, because that's not really the problem, but rather the thing I want to say, because at the same time, I don't want to come off as someone trashing Battlefield 5. Obviously I like the game a lot, but at the same time, we also have some issues which are certainly hard to ignore, and I can't really remain ignorant towards all of them and act as if nothing was happening, because yes, we have some big issues. Let me give you a simple example. You load into the game and you see new Tides of War assignments. The live service ones, the ones where you can unlock a new weapon or an exclusive skin every single week. Those are time limited to only 7 days. If you don't complete certain missions, which then lead to you unlocking the weapon or an item, you're gonna lose the opportunity to do it. And then you will most likely have to spend company coins, which is a whole separate issue, on buying them, because you're not gonna be able to complete those missions anymore. Now, the issue is, those missions aren't tracking properly for around 3 weeks now. Yes, at the time of me recording this, we are in the week 3 of Tides of War, and yet the assignments are still not working properly. And of course, I know there is some players who could unlock all of the items and didn't have problems with tracking, but at the same time, I also know players who couldn't unlock anything because those were simply not counting the progress. I myself was quite fortunate and I was able to complete the previous 2 weeks of assignments, but at the same time, some of them didn't want to track and I had to complete them like 5 times to finally count the progress. I actually have no idea why DICE would even decide to launch live service in a state where it's not functioning properly, to the point where the whole live service is actually focused around new items coming to the game every couple of days, and if those items cannot even be obtained by the players playing the game, then what is actually the point of having the live service active if it's not working? And this brings us to the second issue, which is somewhat indirectly but still connected to the live service and the items you cannot unlock. Company coins. In fact, if you miss out the assignment and you don't get the item or a weapon, you will be able to purchase it with the company coins. The coins you earn for leveling, completing assignments which reward you with company coins, getting your class leveled up. I think so, at least, not certain, but yeah. The company coins are essentially a currency which allows you to upgrade your weapons, vehicles, and also buy some skins, which I don't recommend you do, because if you buy skins with your company coins, you're not gonna be able to upgrade your weapons. There's simply not enough coins in the game. Just to show you an example of how broken this system actually is, you stop gaining coins for playing the game and leveling up once you hit level 50, which at the time of me recording this video is the maximum rank in Battlefield 5. What's even better, I've been at level 50 in this game for about 5 weeks now at the time of me recording this video, because I'm pretty sure I reached level 50 before the game even came out for the Deluxe Edition owners. I got it during the Origin Premier Early Access. And since then, I'm not gaining company coins which are required for the upgrades of weapons and vehicles. I'm not the only one. There's been tons of players who got level 50 before me, and we were all thinking that this will get hotfixed. Here we are about 4 updates later. Excluding the hotfixes, it would be around 2 major updates later, and it is still not functioning properly. Now, I know there is a lot of players who will now say, but I have like 30 or 50k company coins and I don't know how to spend them. Where do I even spend all of it? Well, you're probably not playing with the vehicles, and therefore you're not spending money on upgrading those, because, just to give you a perspective, there is 19 different vehicles in Battlefield 5. Upgrading each of them with the maximum specialization costs 3000 company coins. Which means that if you want to upgrade all of the vehicles in the game, you have to spend 57,000 of company coins on the vehicles alone. Now, at the time of me recording this video, there is also 33 primary weapons in Battlefield 5. each primary weapon costs you 2100 company coins to upgrade. If you add it together, and if my math is correct, if it's not, I'm sorry, but counting it in my head, I think it's roughly 126,300 company coins that you need if you want to upgrade all of the items in the game at the time of me recording and publishing this video. And that is considering you're not spending any of the company coins on skins that are available in the game and many players bought because they were unaware of the problems with company coins. Like, isn't it absurd? Now, you have a couple of ways of earning small amounts of company coins, such as daily assignments, which, considering that you complete all of the daily assignments for 7 days, because each assignment gives you 100 points, there is 3 assignments every single day, so each day of the week you would get 300 company coins, so after a whole 7-day week you will be able to upgrade one new primary weapon, because upgrading those costs 2100 points. You guys see where I'm going with it. I could make a whole separate video explaining company coins issue, and I probably will, but in this one I want to focus on Battlefield 5 in general, all of the issues which we currently have. And one of them is the movement, vaulting, grabbing the ledge animation, even though I know Florian, the core gameplay designer at DICE Stockholm, has already confirmed that the team is working on redesigning both of the systems. But still, I can't remain ignorant and lie to all of you guys saying alright, it's fine, it's gonna be fixed, because you guys are playing the game, you know it's not working. Sometimes you have to try vaulting like 10 times before you can vault over any obstacle, which shouldn't even be a problem to run across. Then we also have the time to death issues. Now, with this one, I actually know they're working actively on fixing it. I even participated in one of the private playtests with DICE developers who are gathering data and looking at the problem, but this one I could live with. Even if it was permanently in the game, I would get over it if I was actually able to see my enemies, which brings me to the next point, and that being visibility. You cannot see anything in this game. I'm not kidding. Sometimes you have enemies 2 meters away and you're not able to spot them. They're not different from the environment objects. What's scaring me about the visibility issues in Battlefield 5 is the fact that back in June, yes, in June, we pointed out the problem at EA Play. We already noticed a problem of not being able to differentiate players from the environment when they laid down or were simply standing in a spot which didn't make them distinguishable from the background. And we are in December right now. We are in December. And this has been pointed out back in June during the pre-alpha. Then it has also been pointed out during the Alpha 1, which was public but still you needed invite. Then we had the second alpha. Yes, we had the second alpha. And we still had the issue. Then we had beta over at Gamescom and then public beta after Gamescom, and still both of those builds had visibility issues. Even on consoles those were 100 times worse than on PC. And now in the retail version of the game we still cannot see enemies. Like, putting sarcasm away for a second, EA DICE is wondering why new players aren't coming back to Battlefield 5. And if we have issues like this, the one with visibility, where players can simply not see their opponents. On PC, I'm not even talking about consoles, because consoles are 100 times worse with the visibility because of the quality of the graphics they have. And those are only some of the main issues with the game. I don't even want to go into talking about bipod mechanic not working at all. It's also been broken since June, because that's not the point. I don't want to come off as someone who wants to trash Battlefield 5, because obviously I do enjoy the game a lot, and I'm simply disappointed because the game was supposed to be the greatest Battlefield ever, and I think it could be if it was actually finished before the game was released. If you randomly stumbled upon my video and you're now wondering if it's worth to buy Battlefield 5, I'd say this. Yes, of course it's worth to buy it, especially when it's 50% off right now during Christmas on all 3 platforms. Remember, I only talked about the negatives in this video because that was really the point of it, to talk about the problems. There is tons of positives and I'm probably gonna make a separate video talking about it. Why I like Battlefield 5. Should be an interesting topic. And as always guys, if you enjoyed, remember to leave a like, subscribe, and I see you on the battlefield.